Mia Local Poultry Farm. Once again, welcome to another exciting episode where we get to answer all your questions right here in our classroom. The returning subscribers, we cannot thank you enough. Those who haven't subscribed yet, please take a second, take 5 seconds off to click that subscription button, like, share, comment, leave a comment. You can leave a question, and as we promised, we are going to answer all your questions one by one. Today's question goes like this. It's from Jen. Hello, Mia. How much money do I need to start up a poultry farm of 100 birds? Okay. Jen wants to know how much money she will need to start up a poultry farm of 100 birds. Now, before I proceed further, I would like to remind you that Mia Poultry Farm is located in River Valley Trading Center, Chenjojo District, along Fort Potro Road. That's where our main farm is. We have another farm in Kachiri, but like I told you, most of the trainings, most of the resources are at the main farm in Chenjojo District. So that's where we do the training. That's where I'm seated right now. And yes, we can start up with our question for today. So Jane wants to know the cost of raising or rearing 100 birds. So, number one, before we even start, because I know some of you are excited, they want to know how much money they will need to start up this so that they can gauge themselves. Are they able to do that, or they are not able to do it? So let's not get excited. Let's go step by step. First of all, if you want to join the poultry farming business, it's very important that you at least have a plot of land where you're going to do this. So in this, we're going to assume that Jane already has a place or a plot of land or land where she is going to do the farming from. Now, after getting that plot of land, it's also very, very important before you even come to Mia Poultry Farm to book your chicks, to start buying the feeds and what have you. It's very important at least you set a structure that can accommodate the 100 birds you are going to rear. You can set up a structure commonly known as a chicken structure or chicken house, or some of you could be having a few rooms that you're not using at home. Let's assume you could be having one base quarter that's not being occupied. You could be having some rentals that don't have tenants in them. You can just pick only one room. So long as it measures about 10 to 12 feet, you are good to go. You can raise 100 birds in there. So Jen, even if you don't have land, you can do this just in your backyard. Now, in your backyard, what do you need? You need to set up a chicken structure. Now, this chicken structure, I may not give you the breakdown right now. Maybe I will do an episode breaking down how much money you need to set up a chicken structure of a certain number of birds. But what we need to know in local chicken is that when you are setting up this structure, each bird should be given at least 1 square foot. That means this structure that Jane needs to put in her backyard needs to be measuring at least 100 square feet. At least 100 square feet. If it's bigger, the better. Now we're going to start breaking our question down, knowing that Jane has a chicken structure already in place. Don't forget that when you're building this chicken structure, you don't build it as if you're building a house. No. This chicken structure, like we always tell you, you're going to build from down. You can use bricks, you can use iron sheets, whatever you need to use. Others will use the timber, others will use wood offcuts called makoko in most languages. But what you need to know is that you're going to build at least 1 meter or 3 feet from the ground. And then when you reach 1 meter, you're going to start laying your wire mesh. There is the chicken mesh, there is that other mesh. Mostly they use it on the toilet. So it's better if you could combine both of them. We shall be showing you all these things. But this is not for today. So, proceeding with our question, knowing that we have our chicken structure in place. Now, when we start breaking down how much money you need, first of all, Jen needs to rear 100 chicks. These chicks are going to be bought. At Mia Local Poultry Farm, each chick costs 3,000 shillings. So you're going to need 3,000 shillings times 100 chicks, which will give you a total of 300,000 Uganda shillings. So the second item you need to take note of is the brooder. You need to set up a brooder for yourself. And what do you need in a brooder? In the brooder, you're going to need about 4 brooding peppers. These brooding peppers cost between 8,000 to 10,000 depending on where you buy them from. Now, if I take the 10,000 note times 4 brooders, times 4 brooding pepper, that's going to be 40,000 Uganda shillings. Now you're going to need at least 1 pot. 1 pot is enough for the 100 birds. It will cost you about 8,000 shillings, still depending on where you buy it from. You're going to need about 10 feeders, 10 starter feeders for these 100 birds. Each feeder may cost you about 2,000 shillings. That will make 20,000 shillings. And then you'll need about 10 drinkers, each costing about 5,000 shillings. That's 50,000 shillings. And lastly, in a brooder, you're going to need at least 1 sack of charcoal. Now, depending on which part of the country you are, charcoal is sold different. Some other places, it's at 40,000, and other places in Kampala, it will go up to 70,000. So I'm going to take the average figure, which is about 60,000 shillings. So, remember we talked of the 4 brooding peppers, each costing 10,000, that is 40,000 shillings. We talked of 1 pot, that is 8,000 shillings. We talked of the 10 feeders, that is 20,000, and the 50,000 for the drinkers, and lastly the 60,000 for the 1 sack of charcoal. Now, after getting that total, we got our item number 3. Before you come to book these chicks, at least get some feeds to start up from. Okay? At least get some feeds. Now, you're going to require at least 1 sack of pellets, which is going to cost you 150,000 shillings. We have so many different types of pellets on market. I'm taking the average and good product. It will cost you about 150,000 shillings. Now, when we proceed to item number 4, that is medication. Now, medication is everything to these chicks if you need to bring them out of the brooder when they are healthy and okay. Now, you're going to need glucovit. Glucovit, like I always tell you, it's like the first, I will not even call it medicine, it's some kind of vitamin